Hey, Saun, when you're here, 80cities1.com. We're down here at City Hall at an inauguration recognizing an activist, Holocaust survivor, Henry Friedman. Aunt Edward in your ear. We got more interviews to come. Talk to those that put this event together and why it's important to all of us in Atlanta and across the country. Saun Edward in your ear. Julian, how are you, sir?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
Not today. We're down here honoring
Mr. Henry Friedman.
Yeah.
He's a Holocaust survivor and a human rights activist. He was drafted into the Hungarian army forcibly to fight the Nazis, and then was captured and lined up in front of a firing squad. They fired, and the bodies of his compatriots saved him, but they left him for dead. When he returned from the fighting, he found out that he hid out, for a while in Nazi-controlled territory. Found out that all of his family had been killed. He eventually, of course, relocated to Atlanta, and since that time has just been a big advocate for human rights. And he's just spent his lifetime, speaking out about the Holocaust and injustice. And we just felt it wasn't robbery to honor him today.
I was going to ask you the same question. How is that tied into the civil rights here in Atlanta? But I guess you answered the question.
Well, yes. I mean, the human rights struggle anywhere, human rights struggle everywhere. And if we don't educate ourselves and learn the lessons that led to the Holocaust, we're doomed to repeat them here. I mean, one of the things that he talks about is the first time he actually saw Gone with the Wind. And he said that in watching that film, he saw so many parallels to what had happened in Hungary where he was, with the discrimination, the racism, the classism, sexism, So we've got to do a better job of educating our kids, and not just about the feel-good moments, the I have a dream moments, but the painful moments, the things that led us to that point. The I have a dream speech was purposed to be on the 28th of September, because that was the day that Emmett Till was killed. And so most people don't realize and make those connections or go that deep. But we, like the Jewish community, need to go that deep. We need to educate our kids about the high points and the painful points of our history so that we're never doomed to repeat it.
Saun, in your ear right here. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
It's good. They say you're beautiful. You are beautiful in person, indeed.
Aren't you nice? What a compliment. You're making my day.
Well, now tell us about today. Why are you here today honoring Henry Friedman?
2 reasons. Mr. Friedman himself is a wonderful man. He's kind, considerate, supportive, a great citizen. That's the first thing about him. But being a Holocaust survivor, I compare him with the people we know in this country who have suffered so deeply, so painfully, that we can empathize and sympathize with what might have been his experience. So I'm here now to pay the respect for the survival of his life, respecting his life, and just being here because I consider myself a friend as well.
Being an activist in Atlanta, across the country, what would you say to young black men and women? What should our vision be? What should our direction be for the next generation to come?
While it's a truism that each of us is born in this world, but too many people just occupy space. So I tell people, fill your space. Fill it with goodness. Find a way to share the mere fact you're here. It's a blessing. Share those blessings with others. It feels good to share, and I recommend that people do that every day of your life.
It's Saun Edward in your ear. Amen.